What's up, everybody? Luke Piles Homes here. We're about to start on the European Ranch house. We've got our guys on the way in. We're super excited to start this house. This is the first episode of our series on YouTube, the European Ranch. All right, let's go. The European Ranch has officially broken ground. We've got a mid-size excavator in here. He's in there scooping dirt. That's nice, tight red clay. This is where our basement's gonna set. To the left, there's gonna be a crawl space foundation. I don't think there's anything more satisfying in this world than watching an excavator take huge scoops of dirt and just watching the earth buckle underneath that massive hydraulic power. Look at that thing go. All right, so we just got back from WRECC. The temp pole will be here in the next 2 days. That way we can get that sump pump rolling. As building code requires, we have our brand new porta potty here from the good folks at Caveland Environmental. Let's go check out and see how our digging's going. The crew that we're working with wastes absolutely no time. As you can see here, we've got our gravel down for our driveway. That's for whenever our mixer trucks come. It puts an immense amount of pressure on that dirt, and it can sometimes cause the ground to buckle a little bit. You don't want to fool with that. You want nice compacted rock, which is what we have. This is only day one, and look at that pile of dirt. These guys are absolutely moving, and we're going to be ready for the basement wall soon. So the excavator is still digging. They've got one skid steer up top. They had another skid steer. So we had three separate pieces of machinery going on. Up in the right corner, you can see a yellow concrete bucket. They put that on the excavator claw and it drops concrete into the different forms. They're checking the grade here. We actually had them form up the footers opposed to digging them, just due to good engineering practices. And as you can see, it did rain last night, so it's got a darker tint to the mud. It's just beautiful mud, guys. That's exactly what you want to see. We didn't have an inch of topsoil because it's a new development. So I actually went down into the hole to get this shot. I had my gimbal with me, and I wanted to get this shot because I think that mud wall is just so cool. That soil has been there undisturbed for thousands of years. They've got the footers rolling. They've almost got them totally. Actually, in this scene, they do have them totally formed up. And the rock man is dropping the rock with the skid steer. On a job site, you've always got to keep your head on a swivel whenever there's a guy on a skid steer because they don't have great visibility and accidents can and will happen. So you got to be careful. So what we have here is the concrete truck has actually delivered our concrete. They have this very cool skid steer attachment that it opens a floodgate type thing to deliver the concrete. This is much better than just putting it into your bucket and delivering it, because as you can see here, super satisfying shot of concrete going into a form footer. They're just not much better. The smell of fresh concrete, just, you can't beat it. We have our footers officially formed up and we have them officially poured. Because it's 95 degrees, it did not take very long for the hydration process of the concrete to commence and for the concrete to get hard and set up. We are ready for rebar now. About earlier, this is steel fiber right here. I'll pull it up to the camera. This is what this looks like. It's a rebar replacement, and most of your ready-mix suppliers should have it. It's a great way to not kill your back laying rebar. Your finishers will love you for it. This is what it is though. Steel fiber. It's awesome. Our footers called for exactly 12 yards, which how we did it was we had one mixer truck come in with 6 yards. We had another one come in with 6 yards. We were a yard short, so we're waiting on this extra yard. Here comes the dump truck dropping off some extra rock. We broke the drone out. I called in my drone guys and they came in, took some sweet shots. Here's me. I'm about to level up the rock here. Save us some time later while we're waiting around. It was 95 degrees in July in southern Kentucky, so that concrete was starting to set up a little bit, but fortunately the last yard of the footer actually showed up. And here we are. We're about to pour it into the footer and we're going to get it leveled up and we're going to be good to go. We actually ran 2 pieces of rebar into the part that had been set up a little bit. That way, if there was a cold joint, it's no big deal at all. Rebar ties it together and that'll be the footer, guys. What's up? Luke Piles Homes. We're on here day 3 European Ranch foundation phase. That's what we're doing. I've got a sweat bee around me, so if I pause for a second and swat, that's what's going on. We've got vertical rebar. We've got horizontal rebar. We have wall forms in the pit. This is awesome. We're pouring the wall probably Monday or Tuesday, depending on if they work Saturday or not. And hopefully by the end of next week, we'll be laying block, and then that'll probably take a week. Then we'll be framing, roofing, putting windows in, and starting the rough-in phase, so stay tuned. All right, what's up, Luke Piles, Piles Homes. We're out here, it's a Monday morning. The last thing that you saw was Friday afternoon. We're here Monday morning. We're putting the walls up. The forms are actually going up. It rained last night, so it's a little bit muddy. It's supposed to rain all week, but honestly, that's not such a bad thing because it's been so hot. We've been looking at heat indexes of 105, 106, excessive heat warnings about every day, so we're really not mad about it. We've got the block guys lined up. We've got the framers lined up. Our lumber package just came down about $30,000. I'm gonna keep bidding it out. I think I can get it down to $40,000. We originally got quoted about $116,000. That included shingles, Advantech subfloor, 2x4s for the framing, and everything that you need to do. Our windows are in, which is great, and we're rocking and rolling here at the European Ranch. Thanks for being here. Make sure to like and subscribe. Let's check it out. So behind me here, we're gonna have a water drainage issue because as it's draining currently, it's actually going right there. We're actually about to apply for our permit here. We're gonna have the guys throw up a footer, and then our masons are actually gonna lay a block wall. So let's check out what's going on with the wall here. Flip the camera. A large iced decaf latte with oat milk.
Large iced decaf latte with oat milk. Anything else?
Yeah, let me get a lemon blueberry bread. That'll be all.
All right, we'll see you soon.
We're on our way in. It's Tuesday morning. We got to pick up a latte and a blueberry lemon bread before we pour this wall. Stopping by Q this morning. Best coffee shop, all of Southern Kentucky. Thank you. We come here pretty much every day. Would you say so?
Yeah.
Pretty much every day. We just love it. It's great. It's just a good vibe to start the day. First concrete truck's on the way. We're coming in late with our iced coffee. Thank you.
Y'all have a good one.
You too. On our way into the job site, we actually found the first mixer truck. We're coming in right behind them. We're out here Tuesday morning. We got Concrete Pump Partners. We got IMI. We got Bear Concrete and Construction. Piles Homes. It's a vibe. Let's check it out. We're pouring the wall. The pump is pumping the concrete into the wall forms. They've got a massive crew here, probably 7 different people. I stay far away from concrete pumps because they're very dangerous. They can turn over at any time, so I keep my distance. The wall crew is actually down in the pit. They're tapping the forms with hammers to help the concrete consolidate and avoid honeycombing, or as many know, air bubbles. A concrete pump kind of works like a vacuum. You pour the concrete into the chute and it goes up into that yellow boom and then it goes down into the wall. You can see here the anchor bolts are in there curing concrete. You've got to get it in there while it's curing, otherwise there's no other way once it gets hard. Here we are the next morning. They have the boom truck out and they've actually stripped the forms and we are ready for a floor slab. All right, we're back, day 6. Basement walls and the forms have been stripped off of them and we're here in the basement. This is where all of this will set. We're gonna have a concrete slab put in here, vapor barrier underneath. We're either gonna go wire mesh or rebar reinforcement just for extra strength. You can see over here, we've got an ingress window in here. There'll be a retaining wall outside of that, a ladder that gets up and out just in case something ever happens. You never know. It's good to have an escape. The stairs for the future house will set right there. They'll go up and then over. And this will actually take you, I believe we're setting underneath the media room right now, or a lot of people call it a bonus room, whatever you want to call it. So they've began backfilling behind the wall here. We're doing rock, and then there's the drain tile. You can see a lot of people call it a drain tile, footer drain, whatever you prefer. That leads to the sump basin, which is exactly where I'm staying, and it will go up and out via pump into the drain ditch. Out of the neighborhood, we actually saw a mother deer and her fawn. That's one of our favorite things about this lot is how much wildlife we get to see. The next morning on a nice crisp Southern Kentucky morning, pouring a 4-inch thick floor slab. We've got a vapor barrier in there to protect against vapors, of course, and we've got rebar reinforcement for strength for the concrete. We've got a little backfill going on here. You can see our sump basin there in the middle left part of the screen. That's going to get all of the drain tile fluids. That way we can pump it out and into the drainage ditch when it rains. We had a pretty large rain delay in between scenes. We're finally getting to lay down our crawl space footers and we're seeing where the house is going to sit. There we have it, guys. We have a completed foundation. We're missing crawl space block, but that's coming up soon.